Agricultural land of the country. Farmers in Kenya are definitely planting trees at a very rapid rate. However, the red areas that you see on this map are the areas where tree cover is still less than 10%. And the Kenya Forest Service has indicated that its goal for achieving land restoration in agroforestry on agricultural land will be to turn these red areas to yellow or orange, where 10% tree cover is achieved in these more dry land areas where marginal farming is expanding rapidly. So this is one of our great challenges in using natural regeneration processes on farmlands. Indeed, as I travel around Kenya and Uganda, Rwanda, and other countries, we increasingly encounter millions of smallholder farmers who are losing the fertility of their soils, and they're not being able to regenerate that fertility. But we have solutions for those farmers who cannot afford fertilizers or find it too risky to use cash inputs. And that is to establish fodder and fertilizer shrubs like Kaliandra right in their maize field at densities of anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 of these shrubs right in the maize fields to produce the soil fertility that can increase maize yields dramatically. This is a technology that I believe the foresters of Kenya could really get behind. They could support the development of mass propagation of fodder and fertilizer shrubs and trees like Kaliandra, Gliricidia, Lucena, and others to make a real transformation in the soil fertility of farm fields across the country. This is an area that is just not getting attention from either the private sector or the public sector, and it could be a movement that the foresters of Kenya could get behind and establish programs that could make such a difference for millions of the poorest farmers in this country. When we look at the results, we are really inspired. Long-term trials are showing that maize yields obviously continue to decline over the long term if farmers cannot use soil fertility replenishment. No fertilizers, no organic matter. But you establish these trees and look at the trend of grain yields in good years and bad years produced by the increased soil organic matter and nitrogen produced by these nitrogen-fixing trees. This is the kind of adapted technology that could be the basis for land restoration in Kenya's marginal farmlands, and it has already been when you look at the situation in Malawi, where hundreds of thousands of farmers in their villages have been mobilized to produce the seedlings to plant out these fertilizer and fodder shrubs in villages across the country through the Malawi National Agroforestry Food Security Program, a national program that is making this possible for Malawi's 3 million farm families. Well, as I wind down, I just wanted to remind you that we have a network, the EverGreen Agriculture Partnership, which is now active across the dryland Sahelian countries, the Horn of Africa, and down into Southern Africa. These are the countries participating in the development of evergreen agriculture, which is basically simply the integration of trees and shrubs right into croplands and community grazing lands to be able to increase soil fertility, improve productivity, and restore the quality of the land. We also are very active in promoting these activities, these transformational technologies, through community organizations called Landcare, a movement that began in Australia and spread to South Africa and the Philippines many years ago, and is now becoming popular in Eastern Africa, including Kenya, in Southern Africa, in Asia-Pacific countries, in Europe, as well as in North America. The movement is